hello, now we're on the boat. This is our pretend boat, sitting here in the dock on beautiful Little Miller's Bay on West Okoboji. And we're going to go over how to use the pH pen. And the pH pen, you should use it when you're collecting your water samples. Do the two at the same time and do the pH pen first. Because this pen does not have a cable on it. So we don't want you leaning into the lake to take the measurement, because you might drop the pen or you might fall in. So instead, you want to bring the lake to you. So when you get to your particular location, get the right sample bottles ready. So you'll have your chlorophyll bottle, your nutrient bottle with the sulfuric acid, keep it upright, and the little vial that you put the microcystin in. So you'll have those ready, but put them in a safe place where they won't blow in the water. So for now, I'm going to put these inside the cooler. Then I'm also going to take this cap off and put it in a safe place, which could be in your pocket or inside the cooler. So first thing you need to do, got your water sample jug, rinse it 3 times, leaning outside the boat. And then, to collect your sample, you want to submerge it completely under the water to like your elbow with the open part down. So I'm under the surface of the water, and now I have my water sample. Now my hand's wet. So I got my pH probe ready, so I'm going to power it on. And it doesn't really need to warm up like the YSI meter does. So you know it's ready to go when you start to see some numbers on the screen. So all you have to do is lower the probe into your water sample. So you're bringing the lake to yourself. You don't have to lean over the boat. We don't want you doing that. So just lower it, till about the edge of where the outer cap fits, and put it in there. I'm kind of holding this for your benefit so you can look at the screen. So as I talked about earlier, the upper part of the screen is the pH measurement, and the lower part is the temperature measurement. So you'll see the numbers are kind of moving around, and while the numbers are moving around, you will notice the decimal point on the pH reading kind of flashing. So when the numbers have stabilized, it takes about a minute, when you think they're pretty stable, you simply hit hold right
pretty
there.
Stable, yeah.
And hit hold, and then that reading will freeze. We have 8.94, and the water temperature is 21.1 degrees centigrade. And on your data sheet, you'll record the pH and the temperature. There's some more information in your manual. If your meter is on Fahrenheit, there's a way to switch it back to centigrade. You can read about that in your manual. Or you can write down the Fahrenheit and use the conversion chart inside your manual to convert it to centigrade. So that's all there is to it. As soon as you're done, you find that cap that you've kept in a very safe place, put it back on, and then you can either power it off or you can leave it on till your next location where you stop. These do shut off automatically after about 20 minutes, so either way, I guess I'm going to power this one off. But if you don't power it off and you go to your next location, you'll have to remember to hit that hold button again to release the reading for the next reading. So when you're reading your pH, you should see that decimal flashing. If it's not flashing, that means you probably forgot to release the hold button from the last reading. So now your water is all ready to be poured into the containers. So like I said earlier, you have a larger jar that we use for our chlorophyll analysis. And so you just simply fill the sample up to the neck or the shoulder of the bottle, kind of leaning over our pretend boat here. And this is where it's really good to have your partner helping. Your partner can be screwing the lids on or off or writing down the data. And this is going to be for our nutrients, for our phosphorus and nitrogen analysis. Once again, you want to be especially careful on this one that you only fill up to the shoulder because of the drop of sulfuric acid inside. And believe me, the sulfuric acid is hard to see. Don't take the cap off and go, where is it? It's just a little drop in there. It's kind of hard to see, but trust me, it's in there. So in this little vial is going going to be our sample to test for the presence of microcystin, which is a type of toxin that can be produced by some kinds of cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. So you take the cap off, give it to your partner, or store in a safe location. And this sample, when we bring it back to the lab, what we're going to do is we're going to freeze it. So we don't want to fill it all the way to the top because as water freezes, it expands. So we only want to fill it up to the 11 milliliter, not millimeter mark. So just pour the sample in there. Might have to dump out a little bit. And that's good to go. So put that in. So we've completed our water sample and our pH measurement.